That's a bunch of sand. Why does the sand look black? Why does the sand look black? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try the short lens. The long one's struggling a little with light. Right next to the gondola box. It's like, oops. Excuse me.
Attempt number 2.
Oh.
In the background, and I want to have the lights do the thingy, the worm thingy in front of it.
Do you have enough light here?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're okay?
Well, see, the thing is, you don't want a whole lot, because then if the subject is washed out, you can't see the lights
Oh,
and the
okay.
motion pattern. So that's what tonight's goal is.
That's the plan, huh? Well, hello everybody. Welcome. Let me get that light out of y'all's eye. Welcome to Cordele, Georgia. And sorry we're so late, but we have had rain delay after rain delay. After we had a great morning up at Locust Grove, we traveled down to our historic spot there in Georgia where the fried green tomatoes originated. And we just had a super time. We met everybody in Juliet that was there. It was really, really cool. We met the couple that bought the old mill, and they're turning it into condos, bed and breakfast, and it's going to be a series of shops. For any of you that have been to Juliet, it's across the other side of the NS tracks, and it's a huge, massive concrete facility. And then we met the family that owns the restaurant, the Fried Green Tomatoes, the Whistle Stop in Juliet, and just the greatest group of people. They were closed, but they brought us out pie and Cokes. So we want to say thank you very much. So we met some of the other folks there in town. And then the storm came and everybody left. And it was Jesse and I sitting on the porch of the Whistle Stop, eating our pie. And I had a little technology problem. I could not get enough 5G signal to transmit, and I could not get enough Starlink signal to communicate. So for those of you that were on earlier, my apologies. The storm just got more and more intense. So once Jesse and I were thoroughly soaked, we decided just to sit there on the porch in the comfortable wooden chairs that they had, the lawn chairs. And then we made our way down here through the storm. When we got here to Cordele, more storm. So we decided to go over to the Tavern Track House, or the Track House Tavern. 1 block up, fantastic food. M54119. As you heard, has a critical axle wheel bearing issue going on. So just before we went live, it just poured here. And it wasn't even on the radar that it was going to happen. So we're going to give it a shot. There is lightning. It's almost like being back in Dalton. There's lightning over in the... Came in earlier while it was raining. The CSX crew was walking the track. Don't know what kind of issue. Their train was parked here up to our right, up by the next crossing. And they were walking the track for quite some time. And then we've got a couple signal trucks here, track trucks that are working on there in the gondola, trying to figure out whatever it is going on. But you can see they're working on that. Jesse's got the lights set up. And there's Jesse.
Hi.
He's got his light right there.
I guess I can take it off now that I know it's useful for setting up lights.
So we got the lights set up along the tracks over there on the end of that road. Well, there you heard it. A temperamental light. There it is again.
I did figure out what sounds like a locomotive behind us is indeed a locomotive, sitting all by itself, right up there.
Like 2 back, it's YN2, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, it's here all the time.
Is it a pusher?
There's a CSX yard, a small one. There's a trailer there, and it's 6 there. Runs. I guess it's the local and they don't turn it off. I don't know, but it's there all the time when I've come. And they got a little trailer. It's right up there on the right, and it's clean. All right, everybody, we're going to throw you back. I think we've got everything done. This the historic water tower is here.
Let's see if I can light up.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can light up the water tower here. I'm going to switch y'all over to the other side. Well, there it is. He's got the light on it for you. We actually have a spotlight too. There you can see the difference when Jesse takes his light off. And there are a number of diamonds here. This is a very, very interesting spot. There's a double diamond out there where NS crosses over CSX. We also have the hog line here, Heart of Georgia line. So quite a few interesting different pieces. Kind of a side note, one of the trains that we saw in Locust Grove this morning, we saw that same train here when we arrived, but it was raining so we didn't get a chance to put it on, but we thought that was pretty cool. CSX runs north and south at this location. And we're on the Heart of Georgia subline at the 668.3. CSX Fitzgerald subline at the 694.9. And the Norfolk Southern Macon District. And I'm not at the 64.6. So CSX 694.9, NS 64.6, and the Heart of Georgia 665.3. What does this thing mean? It's kind of message. What does that one right there mean? I'm getting a note every now and then. There's slow internet detected, but that isn't always unusual. We'll just put it right there, and it should be nice and cool, and it's got plenty of power. Let's look up. And just for fun, we're gonna, since we have so much lightning and stuff, we're gonna try putting the other lens on just for fun, see the difference it makes. So, y'all kind of sit tight with me while I do that. Well, not quite the same, but like I said, we'll get a CSX train in and give us a little idea. In the meantime, we can take a look at our lightning show. since we're waiting on our next train, like I said, we're just kind of working back and forth with this as we go. This is a work in progress at a new place. We're going to take you back to the long lens again so that we can kind of watch the signal work going on until we know we have inbound train, and then we'll probably switch back. Let's try that. You know you have a lens cap cover over here. Oh. Somebody be looking for that. Okay, for everybody just tuned in, welcome to Cordele, Georgia. I'm going to kind of back up for a moment here and catch up just to see what I've missed. I'm sorry. Like I said, new location, different lighting, different things going on, weather changes. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like going to a restaurant where you can't read any of the menu because it's in French. And if you translate it, you don't know what it is anyhow. So, Colt, I hope you're having a great birthday week. Chuck M, anytime the scanner goes off, I try to stop so we can hear what it is. The Juliet video is stuck in the queue and it's lost signal content. So at some point it will get deleted from the queue. So we're long gone, surrendered, and gave up all at the same time. So at some point when Ray has a chance, he will kill it. I can't see it from my side to do so. So just sit tight. That one will go away. Don't forget, subscribe and like. Hello, Andy, up there in Chattanooga. I understand you guys had so much rain, flooding in Ringgold, I hear specifically. Dalton, the same thing. Jesse with Whistleboard Productions and I, we scooted out of town just in time, it seems like. Hello, Mama Bear. How soon till vacation starts? Yeah, Chuck, we're kind of struggling a little bit with the light situation here. It's kind of a gray light, and we can't move down closer because at any moment we could be doing the duck thing here where we are ducking the raindrops and going to have to float. So we're forced, as you can see, there's just a tremendous amount of lightning in the foreground. So we're playing it safe. We're kind of up here underneath this really beautiful, if you've never been to Cordele, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has technology issues. Hello, Nate. Bye, Nate. Oh, Mama Bear, I have no idea. Where are you going to be on the 29th? Mama Bear and family headed to see the Lookouts. That's going to be fun. Well, hello, Tony. I see it paid off that you hid under the table and they didn't get you last night. We thought of you this morning. We were in Panera Bread and they had somebody stopped out in the middle of the road in cuffs, and we thought, well, once you're in cuffs, how many shirks does it take? So we thought of you from last night. Hello, Mr. Chuck. Yes, as we talked, the technology thing, but we're on. Thank goodness. Mama Bear, you still having trouble hearing me? Let me know. I can turn it up a little bit. Todd, Mama Bear, let me know if you're having problems hearing, and like I said, we can move it up. Hey, Crash, how are you? That's right, this is the watermelon capital like everywhere. Wow, so Ringo really got it. But anyhow, back to yes, watermelon capital, and also it's one of the places that they do hang gliding competitions. It's supposed to be a great place, the airfield here, and it's a large competition site that takes place here in Cordele. We do have a train floating around with a bearing issue. Another train is going to try and help him out. We have signal issues going on the tracks, dropping the signal, as y'all heard him say. So we just kind of sitting back, relaxing. We're going to stay overnight tonight here in Cordele. No idea what the plan is. When Jesse and I travel, we have a very simple code that we use. We're never late to anywhere because we don't ever make a plan to be somewhere. And as long as we don't have to be somewhere, there's no pressure. If it rains and we're 3 hours late, we're 3 hours late. If we get there early, we get a bonus train. If we're hungry, we stop. And if we see a road sign that says, Peach Milkshakes, yum yum, turn here, And we look at each other and say, yum, yum, peach milkshakes? Hey, we turned. And as we drove 5 miles off the interstate to get to these yum, yum, peach milkshakes, I said, Jesse, look it up and make sure they're still open. Mike, they closed 18 minutes ago. So we turned around in some dirt road, bounced around a couple times in production 6, got back up on the road, and we left with the thought of a peach milkshake, but no peach milkshake. But they're open tomorrow till 7. So, and we have no idea what the travel plans are. I think it's supposed to be a gazillion degrees down here again tomorrow. So we'll just kind of play it around depending on where and when. Yeah, Crash Mrs. S and I travel that way too. We pack, drives my friend Chuck just crazy. We pack the hour before we leave, and then sometimes we just decide where we're going when we leave. We end up on a trip to Asheville, and we ended up in Winston-Salem after that. And, oh, did you see that one?
Yeah.
Whoa, and Andy Griffin's Museum, and we ended up in Johnson City at a golf course resort, and none of it was planned. That's where we went. I'm going to change that camera up a little bit so that y'all can share in some of this lightning action. Like I said, we are kind of based up here and under the cover, so should it start downpouring on us, the lights are waterproof, and they are driven by another power source that we carry on board Production 6. But I am going to go over and close the tailgate just in case another torrential rain comes through like it did earlier. And then I'll be back and we can talk about that water tower and some other cool stuff. Absolutely nowhere. It was weighing in. Yeah, look at all them fellas. Okie doke, coming right back. Thank you. Try 3 clicks. I might need to put one down there. I tell you what, since we do have an inbound, just in case this is too much lens, we're going to do a switchback since it's CSX. So we stand a chance to see that train tonight. Big lens might be a little overpowering. Oh, I forgot to switch y'all back, sorry. Y'all gonna go black there for a moment. My bad. Yepper. I tell my eye doctor, what do you mean I got it wrong? Let me have a do-over.
That track also does snake back in there. I think it's NS. But
Well, in that case, I should have the other lens on.
I hope I'm wrong, because I want to get into it.
I know y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. That could be a possibility. But we think this could be an NS train. So we're gonna change again.
Well, no, soon enough, if those gates activate, then it's NS.
Well, everybody's gonna laugh if I do this again. Well, he is holding just short of the signal. All right, everybody, it's great to have you all here on Rail Moments. Appreciate you. And Jesse with Whistleboard Productions. Check out the channel. I'm not the only one hating technology tonight.
So the cool thing is, they're literally having to run this junction like you would have run it in the 30s, where there would have been.
I probably can't hear you.
I think can't hear.
Well, you gotta be over here, and I don't have this one on. Yeah, get official.
Okay. Now is it there? Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, you just talk so soft.
What if I do this? Is it doing anything now?
No, I have to move you up a little bit. There, now talk.
All right. Is this better?
Yep.
Okay. So, what we're basically witnessing here is this junction being operated like it was the 30s or 40s, where you would have had somebody in a control tower. They controlled all the signals, all the switches, all of the everything. And in the modern age of technology, all of this stuff can be controlled from dispatch, from the touch of a button, at a desk, at a computer, hundreds of miles away. However, sometimes the hardware goes down and someone actually has to come out here, physically have eyes on the train, on the signals, and manually light the signals up, to put them dark, etc. A perfect example of how technology does not always win the day. Sorry.
headed back to the house. He even said hi to the signal guy. NS waiting to proceed. He wants to head up to Locust Grove.
I guess we'll have to watch and listen because from the sounds of it, CSX is going to send one through. So that's why he's still there to maintain her. That truck is.
That truck is?
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting, I'll get caught back up with you guys here on the channel. Crash, I'm kind of picking back up where you're talking about all the storm damage you saw there in Ringgold. Wow. Trees broken. Stuff uprooted. Sounds big time. Oh, Crash, I'm not sure how far we are from Folkestone. I think Jesse and I are going to put that on the list for another day because it's a hike. Jesse's got his finger up in the air that I got to stop talking and get ready for a train. Good night, Anne-Marie. Guys, we are going to switch you. Hang tight. We're going to try and do this fast. Engine 7128. your read on it? Well, that came out really well.
Look at it. It worked. So then what I do is I'll overlay the images and I'll like make this one a little less, so then it'll really make it look ghostly. That's just, look, you can see the headlights.
That came out really well.
Yeah.
This came out really well.
I owe Ray for that one. Ray, if you're listening, big thanks.
Oh.
I told Ray if he's listening, big thanks, because that was made possible by him. I think our moon's trying to come out.
I know. I have to go run alongside him to see how fast that is.
Yeah, the CSX coming.
Yeah, so you said something about approach. I didn't get the number. Hope he knows to stop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a CSX on approach. That's the second horn you hear as our NS rapidly crosses the diamonds. There is a double diamond there, by the way.
Mike. Oh. There was a guy on a scooter. He was getting it. He was going right through there.
That's where we'll go in the morning.
On that side?
Mm-hmm. The road is just like that right there. It's wonderful. And you got a great shot right there. It's beautiful.
I'm assuming the sun is
Beautiful shot.
Perfect.
My memory's right. Uh-oh. Diamond blocked. Our CSX train has tripped the crossing gates to our right, where he has come to a stop. Everybody has come to a stop. We're kind of a stopped bunch here at the moment.
Oh, shoot. It's funny, Mike. Normally, a battery will last me weeks, but with as much stuff we've been doing, especially the night stuff, I've gone through a battery a day.
They just recharge, right?
Oh, yeah. But
right.
I'm glad I charged my the one that I killed yesterday. I'm glad I charged it for tonight, so that way I've got 2 fresh ones.
Everybody, we're probably going to hang with y'all till 1 a.m. I think is our target time tonight, unless the storm pulls in. Jesse hasn't really said yay or nay, but Train 2, CSX Locomotives 7128, a CM44 AC, and coupled up with him, 581, an AC44 AH. NS has moved across the diamond and rolled to a very slow stop. CSX has come to a stop on the main line. Amory's right, we did have a UP in there. Tog says, have no fear. The train is near. The weather is far. We're all good. Do that. This is your outbound. And this is the mix.
I got you.
What was that little flat guy?
That is a dump car.
Is that the scale one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, what's a dump car?
A dump car is something like that. You'd put riprap in massive rocks, and then
And just tips over like a wheelbarrow on the side.
Through a series of hydraulics and whatnot, it pushes one side of it up. That whole side is hinged, and it will dump whatever out is in it.
I need one of those for my yard. No, never mind. That'd be manual labor in my yard. I don't need that. That was a wrong
The
idea.
only automatic part is the dumping.
Yeah, nah, skip that whole idea. Jesse. Jesse. Do I have a VRF to look at this? Oh. Does that mean there's nobody on? Next 3 days of it.
It just hasn't gone away.
Look at that picture. Look at that picture. We should send Drayton a bill.
Yeah. Our CSX should be going now.
Train 3 NS Locomotives 4583 and AC 44C6M, coupled up with UP Power 7805 and AC 45CCTE.
Love listening to these guys.
Hey Jesse, it'll stand on the corner if you want. It'll stand right here on this corner. If you put them both on like that, like this, and then tilt it. Like that. However you want it. You with me?
Mm-hmm. I just didn't want it to fall off.
Yeah, just be in the dirt. NS isn't, or is that our CSX still going around the corner down there? Well, that is one puny horn headed our way. Another truck took out the overpass in Ringgold.
No, that's CSX.
Is it? Well, we got Tricks CSX coming south. Did y'all hear that? He said, "Hello, Cordele." That was pretty cool. What's this?
So I track the train. Everything else is blurred, but the train is in focus. See, everything else is blurry.
Yeah, it's all. I guess it is. You're talking about up here,
Yeah. So
which is those.
Yeah.
Next with this.
Yeah.
Which way's that way for CSX?
West.
That's west.
Correct. What'd you see?
246. That YN2.
Oh. I forget the YN2's wrong.
Can only be north or south. Can only be north or south.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's north. It's compass west here.
But that's south.
That's south. That's
Waycross. Waycross where? Birmingham. I don't know. I was wondering that. It was really weird.
Is there a siding up there for NS?
I have no idea. haven't heard anything on here.
Well, they were talking to two trains. Somebody said they were going to follow some things. That might have been that coal train, which is the longest coal train I've ever seen in my life.
That was a hugely long train.
To have three in the front, no.
Two in the...
Three in the front, three in the middle. 3 DPUs.
Not sure, I can't remember. In my old age, I get forgetful. But train 3, if we didn't do that, the engines were 4583 and AC 44 C6M. That was the one that had the UP power on it. I said I may have done this, but it's an AC 45 CCTE. And Anne-Marie, how's everything up in the New England states? Well, you're right. We did have a train car named Joey.
Milepost 62.2, no defects. Repeat, no defects.
What's that? 62 or something.
I'm not sure which way the numbers run. I just know where we are.
Folk Southern, milepost 62.2, no defects. Repeat, no defects.
Good night, Anne-Marie. If you haven't already left, you have a fantastic evening. I'll tell Jesse that you said good night as well. Train 5, what a monster train. Oh my goodness. CSX locomotives. Oh, there was like the whole yard. I gotta turn this sideways to see them all. Train 5, CSX locomotives, 7204, a CM44AC, 4573, an SD70 MAC, 5325, an ES44DC, and then mid DPUs, 3 more, 160, an AC44CW, 5452, an ES40DC, 722, an ES44ACH. And then our last train, number 6, NS Locomotive 4518, a AC44C6M. And did you guys hear what the train crew said? Hello, Cordele, as he crossed over the diamond. And his second back locomotive, 4535, an AC44C6M. Wow. Everybody, we are going to hang out till 1 a.m. We got 26 minutes to go. And then by the time we pack, it'll be 2 a.m. before we make it to the hotel. We're going to be back up at 8 tomorrow morning, have breakfast, and come on back down to Cordele. I know. Whoa, you guys are just as excited as we are. Can you get me on the PTC page? I guess I'm on the regular page. Is there a separate list?
So you tap it. See this down here? That's how you change it. So it goes back. So that's the PTZ right there. You were on the PTZ.
I was?
Yeah.
There's nobody on.
The live chat's the live chat.
So there's nobody on. You can't see how many they have on, huh? Can you? Huh. Again, back to our last CSX 6 locomotives on that huge, massive, unlimited number of cars. If I had a little extra time, I could see better, I'd go back and count those cars again. That was one bunch of cars. The defect detectors crash says for Cordele, Jesse, 62.2 is to the north, 76.1 is to the south. For NS, I'll have to write that down because I won't remember. And CSX, 704.9 is to the north, and 690.4 is to the south. I need to write that down so I don't forget. Find my book. Thank you, Crash. That's very useful. Another two southbounds. They better southbound their way in here. Because the best case scenario, we're bed at 2 a.m. Best case scenario. Time we pack and do all the rest of it. And schlep. I'm thirsty. Go find me. You want a water or anything? You sure? I can't believe how chilly it is out. Crazy. Todd, you wouldn't believe how chilly it is here. We were both thinking we were going to need to put jackets on tonight. Oh, excuse me. What do you need to complete your mission that you wanted to try? Another CSX, was it, you said? Something you wanted to try? Ah. I don't know, I'm not sure of anything. I was just curious which it was that we needed to hope for. Wow, it's only 71 degrees in Estelle Springs tonight. 78 degrees in Cordele. Todd's singing the DD song. (62.2) is to the north, 76.1 on the DD detectors. Again, thank you for that crash. Todd must be getting a little punchy. All right, I'm going to take a picture how we lit up Cordele. Well, I got a moment. We're going to try and get one more in the net before we call tonight. We're staying here on the road again. We're trying to see how much money we can spend to keep the economy going. But we sure did eat good tonight over at the Trackside Tavern, or whatever it's called, but it's good eating. Always great. Always look forward to coming to this town so we can eat there. Had a great cheeseburger tonight. Didn't do my normal surf and turf. Gonna get a picture with Production 6 smiling. You ready, Captain? Give me a couple minutes and I think we're going to say goodnight, Irene. Come back and start again in the morning. Oh, look at all we have to pack. Looks like we've been here all day. Well, hey everybody. Well, Jesse and I have had a fantastic time hanging out with y'all. Sincerely, an incredible night. Like I said, when we started, and we welcomed everybody to Cordele, Georgia, where there are, what is it we counted, 5 diamonds here? 5 diamonds here? Yeah, 1, 2. Well, anyhow, there's a whole bunch of them here and there's 2 NS tracks across the CSX, and then there's the hog that crosses both of them. So anyhow, there's a whole bunch. You all figure it out, and then you leave a comment and say, hey, Mike, the correct answer for the number of diamonds in Cordele, Georgia is, and then I'll have it right. And there's lots of signals. There's just all kinds of cool stuff here. We've had, like I said, do what? Well, we're going to give you a sneak peek at the answer. 5. Because that's what I think it is. Jesse says it is. If Jesse says it is, I'm going with 5. That's where my money is. Hey, this was a live event. Like I said, we had to wait till the rain. Well, first of all, we had rain up in Juliet. And so we left there and came down here. We had to wait for the rain to finish here. So we ate at the Track House Tavern. Great food. Y'all eat there. We're not sponsored by them, but this guy down here, I didn't get to be this size by not liking food. Jess and I had another fine meal there. And we got to hang out this beautiful. And again, this is one of those places that you got to put on your map. Just like Rail Moments and Whistleboard Productions has done tonight. And we're going to come back tomorrow so you can see this in the daylight. We'll set up across the way at some point tomorrow so you can get a nice full view and a different perspective of just what an incredible spot this is to railfan at here in Cordele, Georgia. We're just a few miles off 75. You got everything you need. All the historical plaques tell you everything that happened here over the years, how the town was formed around the railroad, 3 railroad lines here, the excursion train that's owned by the state of Georgia, all kinds of different events going on every month of the year except August. And anything else that you want to add, Jesse, that I'm missing? All right, well, we're going to schlep all this stuff back to the Production 6 that we have out, all the lights and everything. It's been a fun night, and I appreciate all of you staying up. And again, this was a live production, so when we're done, it goes into the Trackside Live library for Rail Moments. Jesse with Whistleboard Productions, your co-host tonight, myself, and Todd. We all pitched in and did this tonight together. And it takes a lot of work to put up over 100,000 lumens of light. The cord, stretched it all. Jesse grabbed it and just started. It was like we were setting up a movie set out here. So everyone, I think that's it. Unless I missed something. Billy, well, the good news is, even though you slept through it, you can still see it all. Because it's going to the Trackside Library. Those of you who watch this in the future, do not forget, leave a comment. And don't forget this Sunday, Best of the Rail Show, every Sunday. Viewer submissions from around the world, any part of the globe, anything that's train related, depot. We came across, Jesse said, turn, turn, turn. Why? Oh, look at that, a cool old depot that we saw. What was it, Jackson? Jackson, Georgia. Man, was it beautiful, and in the condition it was in was really great. A little saggy, but man, was it in great shape. So y'all send in those pictures, those videos up to 30 seconds, please. No music, because it does create a crisis with the algorithm, and when it goes through YouTube, looking for copyrighted music. And then Casey gives me that conversation and that look, and so yeah, everybody, we will see you Boy,
That one.
by seconds. We got one more to put in the net. It's a good thing we talked about Best of the Rails show because we would have turned it off. All right, y'all, we got one more. And then we're going to fill the net up, put it in we got a cane. We're going to get the cane out and take this bag load of trains back to the hotel. All right, one more coming in. Let's have a good time with this one. Let's get back to those tracks. We didn't bring all those lights with Rail Moments and Whistleboard Productions for no reason. So let's enjoy them while we're here. Here we go, everybody. Headed back to the tracks here in Cordele, Georgia. Norfolk Southern, CSX, Heart of Georgia lines. All right, y'all, listen to that horn and see if you can figure out where it's coming from. We're going to get the lights back on. Not exactly sure what he said, but we know he's coming. They were there. Y'all say hi to Jesse. He's in deep concentration. He doesn't want to be bothered. He's in such deep concentration, it feels like he's in quicksand over there. It's so deep. He is really thinking. He's got all these cool ideas he's trying, so y'all better get busy because he's going to have some great stuff for Best of the Rails. Y'all are going to have to keep up. A little quiet here in town. You never believe we're next to a college. Axe Production 6. Over 100,000 lumens of lights set up tonight. Do what?
Not enough to get 29F twice back to back.
Hey, Tony. We just need to go over to Cowling, set up, and have breakfast over at that Mexican place. Billy, because of you, we're going to stay up and get one more train so you can see it while you're awake. So don't go running off, Billy. We got one more to put in the net. I don't know. Todd, how many we had? Well, here, I can look. Todd keeps a number each time we see one. Oh, I know. Without Todd, there's not even a question. Let's see. How many trains have we had? Todd says we have had 6. Train 6 was the 2 NS locomotives. 4518 and 4535, and that's the gentleman that said, "Hello, you guys in Cordele," as he honked his way through town. There was no secret that he was coming. Well, hi, Aiden. How are you? Yes, we do. We got the suns out. Yep, the sun is up at 1 a.m. I need a calculator to add all these lumens together. I'm glad you had a good nap, Billy. I'm ready for one. It must have been a really good nap. Still liking the new job? 8 a.m. Yeah, you can do 8:15, 8. No, let's do 8. Yeah, 8.
That's 6 hours and 42 minutes from now.
Oh, well, it's going to be 5 hours and 42 minutes by the time we get packed and checked in and schlepped.
I'll set up a backup at 8:15.
Well, I heard him blowing his horn so well, then what happened to him? We scared him. He heard there were lights up here and he didn't want to come anymore. Somebody wrote him a note. It is 73 degrees in Cordele. Can you believe that, you guys? That is just amazing. Just
Right on the verge of Jacksonville.
just plain amazing. Gonna get a blankie out. I got a towel that I could use in Production 6. That's one thing Production 6 does not have, is a blankie.
Let's think about it. Whenever we were up in Locust Grove with the heat index, it was probably around 103. Now here we are at 73.
Wanting a coat.
30 degrees cooler. And we're that much farther south. We're about 2 hours farther south.
None of it makes any sense.
No. Chattanooga and Ringgold are underwater.
Ooh, well, that was a great big old flash. Whoa,
We still got lightning over?
right there. That was the night people coming out.
Yeah.
They're awake now. They had their nap too, Billy, and they have come to the platform to watch the trains. Just give you guys an idea, when this last train goes through, we get it in the net, we're gonna pull the plug on all the lights, turn off all the lights so that you see the difference. And then we'll put this one in the bed. Whew. Do what? Oh, that's what that is. Well, no, I thought it was a small chicken. But I see now it's an owl. but I didn't realize it was an owl till now. Well, am I glad you helped me with that one? I would have never caught it. Hi, whoever just signed on, welcome to Rail Moments. Good to have you. We are trying to put one more in the net. We heard horn, we heard him on the scanner, but he got bashful. He heard there's lights up here. It looked like a chicken to me, I'm sorry. You made it so small. Looks like a little chicken hawk. That looks like a strawberry. I will admit I'm a little bit tired. My dogs are barking. Thursday was a long day on that asphalt. There he goes on the scanner. Hey, don't y'all forget, pound on that like button before you go tonight. Those of you who watch it in the future, make sure you leave a comment and like. Don't forget, subscribe. And don't forget to come on back tomorrow. Jesse, Whistleboard Productions, and myself on tour in the South. Todd, I have 21 years of those in, plus we used to do 2 of them a week. Yeah, there's a lot of memories on sale day. Whew, a lot of memories. I'm surprised we did not get rained out tonight. I probably shouldn't say that until we're packed and in the car. As chilly as it is tonight, it could be rain on the other side of that track. Let's see, where are the signals for north? I guess they're on the other side. Oh, I know, Tony. I was just sitting here thinking about that. They can hear me yawning. I will admit I'm a little bit tired. Oh, Todd says we should be okay. No rain till we're packed and in the hotel. Awesome. Now I know if I tell everybody we're just going to turn this off, as soon as we do, that train's going to get here. If I sit here and wait for this train, he's going to take his time. Always a quandary. A little more conversation there on the scanner, although we couldn't quite make out what he said. All right, Mr. Train. It is 1:32. You have 13 minutes. 1:45 is pack and go time. The kids got to get up for breakfast, pack all this stuff back out, and hang out with y'all in the morning. And then decide what to do when it hits 96 degrees. That's when you say, should we go or should we stay? Now I hear a horn again. Horns everywhere. Somebody must be waiting for somebody. Because that one was pretty close that we heard. Come on, Todd, you can do it. Dance, Todd, dance. Come on, Paxus, show him how. Everybody, up, do the train dance. All civilization has left downtown Cordele. They have gone to a place far, far beyond. Production 6. Got a bath before we left. Got filled up with some premium gas. Long story why, but it was same price as regular, minus 40 cents. It was gas day at Circle K, and they ran out of all gas except premium. So we got the same price as regular. Oh, I know what we haven't talked about. Something that's a trademark of this. Is the water tower. That water tower is a icon for the city of Cordele. Anybody know when it was built? Cordele's historic downtown water tower was built around 1925 or 1926. The city of Cordele describes it as roughly 100 years old. A landmark to this town. And if y'all didn't know it, Cordele exists largely because of the railroads. Cordele was founded in 1888 at the junction of the Savannah, Americus, and Montgomery, SAM line, and the Georgia Southern and Florida railroads. And then it grew into one of the South Georgia's most important railroad crossroads. So, had it not been for the railroads, yet another town that would not have existed today. A gentleman by the name of J.E.D. Shipp founded Cordele in the southern Dooley County in 1888. And the name honors Cordelia Hawkins, daughter of Colonel Samuel Hawkins, president of the Savannah, Americus, and Montgomery Railway. See there? If you have a railway, you can name it after your daughter. The SAM and the Georgia Southern and Florida gave the new town direct regional connections, bringing passengers, agriculture, traffic, merchants, and industry to the town. And because of the railroad, this town has grown to what it has become today, including the county seat. When Crisp is where we are, Crisp County was created in 1905. Anybody know how many people live here? Cordele had an estimated 9,652 residents as of July 1, 2025, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. In 2020, it had 10,220. It lost a few, about 600. Well, everybody's talking, but nobody's engineering. What y'all doing tomorrow, everybody? Anybody got plans for Saturday? Well, actually, I guess Saturday, August 22nd of 2026, and this is a live show. They must be pulling one on the side, if that is what I understood. It has now become a mission to put one more in the net. It's kind of like a fisherman in that swift-moving stream. He's going to catch one more trout, no matter how many times he has to throw that fly in there. Now it's from a different direction.
This means we have two.
It does mean that.
We both heard it from up there.
This one's from over there. There is definitely no quiet horn zone here. How do you know? Well, y'all aren't going to believe this. Todd and Billy got together, formulated the ultimate train dance. As a result, Billy got a CSX. Todd's ability got us an NS. We got 2 trains thanks to you two. Y'all did a great job.
I don't think they want us to go there.
Our NS locomotive is holding right over there because our CSX locomotive and train coming this way as you hear him has the green. Here we go. 2 trains going in the net before we go to the hotel. Jesse's getting ready there, feverishly grabbing this and that, making his last minute changes, preparing for the shot of the night here at 2 a.m. Yeah, he's been hanging out with me too long. Yeah, hurry, quick, the train's coming. Now it's time to change everything. Yeah, do this, do that. Hurry up, get that. Oh no, where is this? Oh, I forgot that. It's 1:48 a.m., Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. We have CSX on approach. And he has the green, as we just said. go! Carso at 22 miles per hour.
Nothing makes sense at all. I did the exact same settings. I don't change a stinking thing. But the camera decides when it does and when it does not want to focus on the stinking thing.
It's probably because of the light.
Oh, I adjusted the light. And I don't know. It just, I don't know.
All right.
Like tracking it different distances. Like where I'll start my turn.
For a moment, it's somebody else's turn with technology. All right, right over there is where our NS train is sitting. His lights are on. Just his parked lights. His nose light is not. So let's listen to the scanner and see what's about to happen next. We have a train-rich environment at the moment. We need a bigger net to get all these trains in. And we're gonna get up and have breakfast, then we're gonna go back and take another nap. I don't know if that can be the same train. Think?
But, did you notice the signal? Diverge. There's probably one about to come this way. That's why
Say that again?
the signal
Yeah.
was yellow over green, orange over green.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw red over green.
Oh,
When I was over there, it was red over green.
well, even if it was red over green, he diverged.
So there's a sighting.
And he's tooting or whatever thing he's
So there's another one sitting there,
most likely.
most likely.
That's all you have for you.
Well, the good news is we have power.
Yeah.
That is our Norfolk Southern train. And he's rolling. Is it 4632? Can you tell? 4632, our lead locomotive. Matter of fact, our only locomotive in the lead. There goes Jiggle. I don't think so. Maybe. Another Jiggle. Train 7, CSX engines, 3204. Hang on. NES 44AH. Number 85, CW44AC. 459, AC44CW, which was a YN2. Our mid DPU, 7287, a CM44AC. Train 8, NS Locomotive 4632, leading that. An AC44C6M solo up front. And 8060, an ES44AC in the middle as a mid DPU. So X2 YN2s, and we are highly suspect to the possibility of a CSX train on the siding around the corner. So we're going to wait about 10 minutes to hear see if we don't hear a double whoop whoop. You can go in the dark? Oh, well, be careful. It's dark out there. Don't have to. Didn't even take 10 minutes. All right. Here comes the last train of the night.
Oh.
I know, we haven't said that yet. I think Jesse's going to not wait for the next one after this one. I think he's had enough. And he even power napped. Well, everybody, guess what? We will see y'all at the next crossing tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is today. Thanks for being part of Rail Moments. Thanks for hanging out with Jesse and myself on our trip through the South. A special thank you to Todd, our host, our co-host, up on the Cumberland Plateau, high up in that mountain in Estelle Springs. Thanks, y'all. See everybody at the next crossing.